Jay here. Okay, so I've decided to start reviewing and watching a new show. And the new show I picked to start reviewing and watching is My Hero Academia English Dub. So let's get this started because I already watched episode 1. So basically, in episode 1, well, in the beginning of episode 1, it showed a little kid named Deku, and he was getting beat up by three little kids who had strange powers. And then it moved on to Deku growing up a little bit, like into like I'm guessing he's a preteen or he's a teenager. And he's like doing some like narrating of like how everybody got powers and everything. It turns out that everybody just started getting powers out of nowhere, like 80% of the population. And it all started off with a baby that just glowed. Like he glowed, and when the dad seen that his baby was glowing, he was freaking out. Like it even showed the dad and everything. So it turns out they call their powers or whatever they like strange abilities that they get like over time, they call it quirks. So then it shows Deku walking through town and he sees like a mutant shark dude like attacking the city, and everybody just grouped around watching him attack the city. Then out of nowhere, like a bunch of heroes start showing up and like securing the crowd, fighting the shark looking mutant dude, and just being heroes. Like the way Deku was narrating everything, he was saying like everyone who got abilities or a quirk, they end up turning into heroes and some turn into villains. So there was heroes showing up fighting the shark mutant. Like I don't know what the fuck he was, but they were fighting him. And some tree dude showed up. I forgot his name. They said his name, but I forget it. But anyways, this tree dude shows up, and Deku is excited because he knows who he is, and he's even shouting his special moves and everything. So when this tree dude was gonna do his special move, out of nowhere, this huge girl shows up and just kicks the fucking huge mutant shark dude. And when she kicks him, it knocks him out. And once this girl shows up, this huge girl shows up, the crowd is just sitting there taking pictures, and they're like, oh wow, and everything. And it was dope. Like she showed up out of nowhere and just kicked the fuck out of the monster. So after the huge girl defeated the mutant shark looking dude, she introduced herself as Mountain Lady, and then she turned the shark mutant dude into the cops and was getting credit. And then Deku was narrating like the people or the heroes who like save people or anything, they get the fame and glory. And then it shows Deku like at school, and the teacher's going on if everybody's like applying to some academy or whatever. I'm guessing it's like a hero academy or people who have quirks or whatever. And then the whole class finds out that Deku wants to apply to the academy, and they all start laughing at him. And he's just cornered like, oh, like give me a break. Like they changed the rules to when people who don't have quirks or powers or whatever, they can apply to the academy. So yeah, Deku, he's the main protagonist, and he doesn't have powers. Anyways, back to where I was. The dude in the beginning that was like beating up Deku as a little kid, he's one of his classmates too, and his name is Katsu. I'm guessing that's how you say his name. That's how I was hearing it pronounced inside the English dub. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced differently in the Japanese, but I heard Katsu. Anyways, Katsu overhears that he's gonna apply, and he gets jealous. I'm guessing he thinks that Deku wants to, be competitive toward him. So he starts like picking on him, telling him not like he has no chance of applying to the academy. And Deku is just cornered, and he's just like, okay, like I won't. Well, it's more like Deku is being belittled and like getting his confidence like smashed by Katsu. Or fuck, I'm gonna learn how to say his name. This is episode 1 and I'm barely getting into this like series, so just give me a break. Anyways, after that, it goes to it looked like he's like boogers. I'm not sure what he is. It's a blob. Some blob dude. He just robbed a store and he's like on the run. Then it shows some weak dude out of nowhere. He just gets like strong. His whole body just gets toned and buff. And then I don't know what to call him. Then the fucking blob dude like catches whoever like just turned buff on the corner of his eye, and he gets scared. Then it goes back to Deku in school, and he's like at his desk looking at his phone and checking like how much like the saving that he witnessed earlier in the episode, how much is blowing up on the internet. Then Katsu walks up out of nowhere and then like starts picking on him, and taking his like notebook that he's been writing on like notes about heroes and people with quirks and everything. He has like a journal that he writes in. Anyways, Katsu takes it, burns it with his quirk, and throws it out the window. And Deku, he's getting pissed off and he wants to do something, but Katsu is kind of overwhelming him with his powers and everything. And Katsu's like, getting him on and trying to lead him on to, fighting him and everything. And Deku was gonna, go for it, but then he gave Katsu a determined look, and then, like, I guess Katsu, like, fucking overwhelmed him again, and Deku ended up not doing, like, anything at all. Then it moves on to Deku rocking through, like, I'm guessing, like, school, like, going by his notebook, which fell inside a pond, like, where fishes, like, attacking it and everything. Then he's walking, like, giving himself, like, confidence of, like, not giving up and wanting to go to the academy and everything. And then out of nowhere, the fucking blob dude that robbed that store and that was running like away, that had all the cash on him and everything, he shows up out of nowhere and scares the fuck out of Deku. And then he tries to go in Deku's fucking body, like going in his mouth and everything. Then out of nowhere, the dude that like turned buff like earlier in the episode that the blob dude noticed and got scared, he shows up out of nowhere and does one of his special attacks and literally blows the fucking blob dude away. Like before he had the chance to get inside Deku's mouth or body of whatever he was trying to do. He was trying to go inside Deku's body to hide. Because when he was trying to go in Deku, he was explaining like he didn't know that dude was here. I'm just going to say his name. His name is All Might. And he didn't know that All Might was there, so he was trying to hide out inside Deku's body. There was also a scene before Deku got attacked by that blob dude, and he was thinking back to when he was a little kid, like with his mom and everything, and he was thinking back to when his mom was showing him a video of All Might saving a bunch of people, and him being admired of how like All Might is like his favorite hero, and like his mom was even saying like, as much as you watched this video, you probably gave this video 10,000 views. It was funny. It even showed when Deku was little at the doctor's with his mom, and him seeing if he's gonna ever get a quirk slash powers, and it turns out that he's not gonna get any powers, that he's one of the 20% that's not gonna be born with the powers, that he should have had his powers like developing like in kindergarten or something like that. Then the doctor asked what can his parents do, and his mom could levitate things because it showed her like pick up, his favorite doll of All Might, or action figure, my bad. And his dad can breathe fire. So the doctor was just saying that he doesn't think that he's gonna ever develop powers. So anyways, back to where I was. After All Might did his special move and defeated the blob dude, literally fucking blew him away with his punch, Deku got a glimpse of All Might and he just passed out. Then All Might like was slapping him in the face, but it was fucking hilarious to wake up Deku. Then Deku came like to be, and he noticed All Might again, and then he just started fanboying out. He started like opening his journal trying to get an autograph, noticed that it was already autographed, and fanboy out more, and he was just fanboying out. Then All Might was like, he was leaving, then he jumped in the air. I'm guessing he could fly, because he jumped in the air like he was gonna fly, so he can fly. He jumped in the sky and Deku held onto his leg. So and then All Might start freaking out like, what are you doing? Like, I like my fans, but not that much. And then Deku's like, oh, but if I let go, I'm gonna die. And then All Might was like, oh yeah. And then All Might looked around, picked the building, and hopped onto the building. So then All Might start telling Deku like, okay, if you bang on that door, somebody will come and open it. Just stay there. And then All Might was about to leave again, and then Deku starts like telling him, wait, I need to ask you something. Like, can you still join the academy even though you don't have powers? Then once he said that, the episode came to an end. So this episode, or this series that I just got into, it's fucking dope. I can't believe that I haven't got into this show earlier. If I knew it was this dope, I would have got into it. But this episode was fucking dope. Like the introduction to the series, how everybody has these quirks slash powers, it's fucking dope. Like all these heroes, All Might is even dope. Even the little glimpse of powers that you got in this episode 1 of All Might is fucking dope. His little attack that he did to that blob dude, he just punched the fucking air and the blob dude went flying. Like, flying out of going into fucking Deku's mouth. It was fucking dope. Like, I'm gonna review every episode until I get to the point where it's on Adult Swim. And I just can't wait to, watch more and review and post it to my channel. So, stay tuned, And I'll catch you on my episode 2 review, and thank you for watching.